What's going on, guys? We're back with our next video and we're installing a downpipe today from VRSF. So that's going to be a fairly simple install. If you're doing it for the first time with the stock downpipe, it's going to be a bit of a long install. Still simple, but long. Let me show you what the stock B46 downpipe looks like, and you'll kind of get an idea of why it takes so long. The catalytic converter on the downpipe is fairly large, and you're trying to get it out of a hole that just isn't that big, so it takes some time to figure it out. A little bit of news for people in the US: if you buy a 330i or 330i xdrive and quite a few other BMWs in the F30 category, they don't have the B48 like you think. It's a B46. The B48 I don't think was sold in the US unless it came in the 4-cylinder Supra, but that I'm not too sure of. Let me show you this new downpipe and we'll compare it with the old one that's already out. So here's the B46 aftermarket Catless downpipe from VRSF. The quality on this thing is insane. I have the B48 downpipe on here because when I bought this car, I thought it had a B48. So it's got a downpipe that doesn't actually fit. I'm gonna go get the stock downpipe and then show you guys what that looks like compared to this. This is a lot smaller than the stock. So here's the stock B46 downpipe. This thing is massive. You can see that they had to bend this in just to get it to fit. Like, this thing is ginormous. So here's the stock, or sorry, not stock. Here's the aftermarket, this, and here's the stock. Look at how just ginormous this thing is. So to get on with this install, you're going to want to take your intake out, and I'm going to do everything from top to bottom. So I'm going to do all the stuff at the top first and then work my way to the bottom, and then just grab the downpipe and take it out. For the B46 downpipe exit, you'll need a weird clamp here to go over this hump, kind of like this, and it just squeezes it all together. So that's what that looks like. All right, so to start, we have this bolt here on the BMS intake. So we take this bolt out. You can either use your Torx bit or you could use a 13mm socket. Either one works. So take this out. Don't mind how dirty this engine bay is. I do need to clean it. I do recommend putting all the bolts that you took out back where they came from, just a couple threads in. After that, there's this little clip here that you just push together, and then you can take this out. Just like that. So we'll set that off to the side. And then this just comes right out. And then after that, you'll see that we're already at the downpipe right there. And that up there is the only bolt that you have to take out to get the top of the downpipe out. Band clamp bolt on the top of the downpipe is a 13. So we're just going to take that off. When you go to take this V-band clamp off, it will be stuck due to heat. I would recommend, what I do is stick a screwdriver in there and try to like open up the little clamp portion of where the bolt is, and kind of get it to open up a little bit more and maybe separate from the turbo itself. So now we're just taking the O2 sensors off. So here's the V-band clamp. It's a little old and rusty. Me being able to pull this out this way is not going to work out for you guys, unfortunately, with the way that it's all set up. So just a heads up. And there's O2 sensor number 2. And there's the downpipe, just like that. Look at that coloring. That's insane. Yeah, so this thing was not supposed to fit this car, but somehow, some way I made it do it. Look at that. What it looks like is, when you do this, these little pieces, these little tab pieces, are going to be facing the back of the car. Oh shit. That's okay. It's just because it's loose. This is just a little gasket. So these will face the back of the car. Don't push too hard or that's going to happen. Just like that. I got the bottom of the downpipe on. Now it's time to get the top of the downpipe connected to the turbo and then put this V-band clamp on, and then we're all good. And we can start her up. Alright, so now that the downpipe is all on, secure, it's time to put the intake back in and start it up and see what it sounds like. Overall, I would give this, I'd say like a 6 out of 10 for difficulty. Time though, make sure you have an entire day set apart to get that downpipe out. The rest of it is a breeze. That downpipe is the most difficult part to just remove it. So after that, everything else is just smooth sailing from there. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'm probably gonna put a few clips after this of just driving it with the tune and all. And then, like I said, the tune video is gonna be next. It's already tuned. We already did all that. Just gotta edit and then put it out. So see you guys in the next one.